Welcome everyone to community call number 54 for the Perpetual Protocol community. So, once again, joined by my awesome co-host Lee. Welcome, Lee.
Thanks, Houston. Really great to be here and happy to be serving as wingman this time around.
You know, I
Feels
couldn't do
good.
without you, man. I could not do without you, so I appreciate you dialing in, hanging out. Also appreciate everyone else who's tuned in so far. We're trying to make it a fun call, so hope you guys are ready for a bit of interactivity, a bit of fun, and of course a chance to win some perp. So we'll give it a few moments. Some people are still dialing late, so we'll get some folks to give a few moments for people to dial in and can get set up. While people get set up, why don't we just quickly get into some of the news items, and then we'll get into some of the contest stuff as more people join the call. But it's kind of lazy to say, but it feels like seems like it's been a pretty quiet two weeks since our last call, Lee. What's your feeling been? There's been a few headlines, but nothing really major.
Yeah, somewhat. I guess a lot of people have been focusing on non-crypto news, of which there's been some pretty crazy news
Yeah,
between submarines and Russia doing crazy stuff. Yeah, it's been a
yeah,
wild couple weeks as usual, but in the crypto space, a little bit less so. Yeah.
yeah. If you're hanging out on Twitter, then basically, everyone's either piling on top of, or piling in on Vladimir Putin and saying, he's gonna fall over now, or his regime's gonna fall, or they're piling in on those people who unfortunately lost their lives in that submarine accident, and basically extolling how reckless that guy was to be taking passengers down in that tin can that he called a submarine. So, so yeah, I don't have any strong feelings about those two things, but yeah, I don't know if you have any ideas, Lee, about that.
Yeah, definitely a real tragedy. And I mean, you got to calculate the risk you take whenever you do something really adventuresome, like go down to the really deep ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's risk in everything, and you got to weigh those risks.
yeah. It just seems that from Twitter, there isn't a lot of compassion for the folks who did lose their lives. Unfortunately, we live in an interesting world now where it seems that people have segmented those folks as maybe elites that they got a chance to go down, do this thing that was a bit sort of outside the normal. And there's not a lot of compassion for folks who say, "Oh well, those guys kind of deserved it." but yeah, I think it's always important to remember. Yeah, those people had families too, so it's a really unfortunate situation. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
but Twitter is also famous. I mean, just social media in general is famous for amplifying
yeah,
like sort of outrage creating stuff. So if you go on there saying, "Oh, they deserved it," then that creates outrage and
yeah,
gets amplified. So
yeah,
I think
exactly.
the vast majority of people probably don't take that view.
Yeah, no, exactly right. And the folks who do, unfortunately, there is a bit of that kind of bubble effect where you kind of live in that bubble that gets amplified, like you mentioned, and then you just kind of go. It's a merry-go-round of misery.
Uh,
Yeah. So
but
on
anyway,
to
back
yeah,
to
more
yeah,
interesting, yeah,
go
more
go
more
for it.
pleasant, positive news. Um,
Keep eye.
yeah, exactly. We had some interesting developments recently. I think probably the biggest crypto news that came out in the past couple weeks was that Bitcoin ETF filing by BlackRock. This is obviously the biggest name of all the ETF managers, the asset managers, and now they've come in and applied for a Bitcoin spot ETF. What do you think, Lise? Is this one gonna pass? What are your thoughts around the whole BlackRock ETF thing?
Well, yeah, it's BlackRock applying for a black fox. So who knows?
I like that.
You never know what's going to come out of it. I mean, given the sort of size of the name and the other sort of similarly well-known players that piled on after them, it seems like they know something that we don't possibly. Uh, but I mean, we won't know until it's approved or denied. So
Yeah,
we'll just have to see.
yeah,
But
yeah.
of course, there's always a more exciting like conspiracy theory angle as well.
What's your favorite conspiracy theory? Which one have you heard that you like the most?
Well, for some reason, I mean, I guess I've been a little bit busy lately, so I didn't like keep up on the latest conspiracy theories. But
Yeah,
the one I did see was just that BlackRock will be use this as a way to become the largest holder of Bitcoin, and then force a switch to proof of stake, and some basically create a fork of Bitcoin that's proof of stake and something like that.
Yeah, some sort of governance attack based upon the amount of Bitcoin that they might hold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I don't know if you heard any more exciting things, more outlandish ones.
Yeah, it's interesting because yeah, BlackRock has never tried, or no asset management firm has ever tried to custody something like a Bitcoin before. Obviously, there's the parallels to gold, and gold, obviously has a there's that gold ETF GLD, and the centralizing of gold in one single place by one single asset manager has caused gold to, some would say that that has depressed the price of gold. But it remains to be seen, right, whether or not you can do the same thing with Bitcoin. Since there's only a limited supply of Bitcoin that's going to only ever be 21 million. Whereas gold, they keep finding more gold, so technically you could keep playing that game infinitely. But yeah, it remains to be seen. Like, does that Bitcoin really stay inside that ETF? Because it's not easy to redeem. It's not like some of these, because it's actually not an ETF, it's an ETN, so you can't easily just redeem it unless you're a larger entity. So it's kind of like that grayscale GBTC product where you kind of need to be a bigger player, accredited, to be able to redeem your Bitcoin. Although you can't get it out right now, anyways. But I think, yeah, the interesting thing about that whole great BlackRock ETF is yeah, what, like, people were worried that maybe it would cause some sort of price fluctuation if they couldn't source the Bitcoin, because it is a fixed supply. But my understanding now is that whatever Bitcoin is in that ETF, they source it on the front end. So that means they're not buying Bitcoin as people are piling into it. Like, they're buying the Bitcoin ahead of time, and that's going to be and then that's going to be the float of the ETF or ETN. So yeah, whatever they do list, they will already have in possession. So they cannot list and then try to go out to the market to source it. They have to source it first, and then they can list it on the as being inventory in that ETN. So yeah, it's Coinbase will custody it, and they will ultimately hold that that Bitcoin. But yeah, like you said, it remains to be seen, like, how it all plays out. But certainly, I think the day is getting closer and closer. We've been talking about Bitcoin ETFs now for how long? Since I've been in crypto, even before that. So I don't know. It's been like, what, 10 years now that people have been talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's 10 years, but definitely almost as far as I can remember as well, since maybe 2017. I can't remember exactly, but
yeah,
it's definitely been a common theme, a recurring theme.
Yeah, I know the Winklevi put in an application years ago. So I guess the question is, when's the Ethereum ETF, right? When's that one dropping?
Yeah, good question. I think Canada already has an Ethereum ETF, right? Or maybe a Bitcoin is one as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I know they have a Bitcoin one. They have a Bitcoin spot one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And funny enough, there's a Bitcoin futures ETF that launched obviously already. It's launched years back. But there's a leveraged Bitcoin ETF that's launching this week. I think it launched yesterday, Tuesday. So now you can double your bets on Bitcoin if you own a stock account. But yeah, it seems to me it's an interesting space. Like, like, we live in the DeFi world, in the crypto world, so these products seem like they're unnecessary. Like, what's the point of holding an ETF when you can hold the actual real underlying? It takes off custody. But I guess it's always a good reminder that there are still millions of people out there, I guess billions of people out there in the world, who still don't have any crypto or Bitcoin exposure. So maybe net positive. What do you think, Lee?
Yeah, we'll see. It's really hard to say before it actually happens. I mean,
yeah,
it could be some sort of unexpected consequences. We don't know.
Yeah,
it could be good or bad. Yeah, really hard to say.
All right, so let's make a bet. Let's make a quick bet. Do you think this is gonna pass, or you don't think it's gonna pass? What side of the rope do you stand on?
I don't know. I think, yeah, my feeling is it probably will pass, but I wouldn't put money on it.
Put money on it. Not even a friendly wager.
All right, one perp.
One for. Yeah, I think it's gonna pass too. So there's no bet there.
All right,
Yeah, that's funny.
saved.
Yeah.
But Houston, what I really want to know is, would you be a customer of FTX 2.0?
Yo, that's a good one, huh? That's a tough one. Yeah, yeah. Personally, I was not, severely burnt in that situation, so I had some funds in. I was lucky enough to get it out before it all went down flames. But yeah, I don't get the people who are trying to, resurrect that thing. Like I guess it's a good brand name, but like I personally would not put funds back on there again. What about you, Lee?
I never used it, and I mean, I don't really use centralized exchanges ever,
Yeah.
or as little as possible. So yeah, I would definitely not use it. I guess maybe from one perspective, you could say since they already had a problem one time, the scrutiny for the second go around will be extra high,
Yeah,
and
that's a good point. Yeah, they really can't mess up this time. uh,
anyway.
I want to hear the
That's,
from the chat. So we got a bunch of people in the chat now. Thanks everyone for joining. What would you guys use? As Lee mentioned, would you guys, FTX 2.0? People are trying to launch it or relaunch it. Um, would you guys and gals out there? Would you be willing to use that exchange? Would you give FTX a second chance? Say yes in the chat pod if you would. Say no if you wouldn't. Thumbs up or thumbs down. I'm pretty thumbs down. Like, yeah, definitely not. Thanks, Righteous. He's like, definitely. Righteous says, definitely not. Yeah, I'm definitely with you. Oh, Baron Wizard. What's up, Baron Wizard? Says yes. That's funny.
BW, brave man.
Yeah, brave
Brave
man.
wizard.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely on the no camp. Yang Piang said not. Yeah, good. Not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, unless they're
But
giving some sort of like, some serious trading rewards or something. Yeah, I just don't see the reason to go over there. Yeah, I expose myself. Risk reward, bro. Yeah, what's the reward again? That's the whole point. What's the reward? I don't get it. Yeah.
bragging rights for being the bravest.
Yeah, maybe they'll give me an NFT. Yeah. Mr. Henry Nelson says would be a time bomb waiting to explode. Wouldn't use it. Yeah, 100%. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to all who answered that quick poll. But as we're into the call now, we have a bunch of people who've joined. Let's launch into the contest because we can launch the contest now and get back into the updates and news. But we'll do a couple of contests today. If you were a part of our last call 2 weeks ago, we mentioned that we're going to be launching a new contest on today's call, and I'll get Lee to talk about that shortly. But we want to give everyone a chance to win some perp today, so we'll be running two contests. So we're gonna I'll do the first contest, and Lee will announce the second contest right afterwards. But the first contest is just like last week's call, or 2 weeks our last call, excuse me, where I'm gonna try to get you to predict the price of a particular crypto asset, and the person who's closest to the actual closing price will win some perp. All right. So this time around, the prize is gonna be 20 perp to the person who most closely predicts the price of the asset will be OP. All right, so we'll use. I'm just going to share my screen really quickly here. I'll share a tab here. Sorry, Liam's going to take over the screen really quickly.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll use the price here, the mark price stated on perpetual. Okay, so the mark price right now for OP on perp is 1.2438. all right, so that's the OP price. So the person closest to the mark price at the end of the call, so when we say the contest is over, you will win that 20 perp. So please drop your guesses in the chat panel now. So the call usually runs for about another 30 minutes. So what's the price of OP going to be in roughly 30 minutes? And use the 4 decimal prices, right? So 1.2438 is the current mark price. Drop your guesses, your best guesses now. Okay. Yeah, OP's been pretty volatile the last couple hours. Obviously, we had the the GDP number come out, and we had the jobless claims number come out about 50 minutes ago, and OP was down more than 8% just a few minutes ago, and that's bounced a bit now. So yes, Baron thinks he's gonna get to $10 in 30 minutes. I love your aggressive bets. They're always like super aggressive. I think our last call, I think Baron Wizard was guessing 10K on Ethereum, right? So yeah, so everyone drop your guesses now to the chat pod. We'll accept submissions for another, let's say 3 minutes. And if you do enter in multiple submissions, we'll take your first submission. Okay. All right. So that's our first contest we'll be doing today. That's of course our usual predict the price contest, and we have another one now that we're going to do today, and I'll hand it over to Lee to talk about our second contest we're running today.
All right. So the second contest is a little more complicated. You must actually make a trade on app.perp.com. So and we'll run the competition for 1 hour. So in the next hour, you just make one trade on app.perp.com. It can be any asset and any size of trade, although I'd recommend probably a small one since it's just for fun. Okay. And you can only make one trade. So open and then close, and that's it. And we will, if you have a good P&L, like if you profit on the trade, then take a screenshot of the P&L and then post it on our Discord in the price and trading channel. Just double check the name of the channel.
Yeah, I'll drop the link to the price and trading channel right here in the
price and trading channel.
There you go.
Okay. So post the screenshot in that channel, price and trading channel. It has to be in that channel. Please don't post somewhere else. And we will, so the person with the highest ratio of the P&L to trade size will be the winner. So let's say your P&L is $1 and the trade size is $10, then that's 10%. So the person with the highest percentage will win. I got that right, Houston?
Yes, you said that right. It made sense to me. Maybe we'll write it out as well in the chat pod so people can follow along in case you didn't catch that.
Okay, I just posted it in the chat. So that's the second contest. You can go and start. I've set the time for 10:25. So make the trade. Anyway, we'll let you start anytime. But go and make the trade, and then you have 1 hour. So you can make the trade anytime. You can make the trade after 10 minutes, after 30 minutes, but the trade open and close must be completed before 10:25 sort of Singapore time, China time.
Yeah.
So that's about 1 hour from now. So open and close the trade within 1 hour. And then if you have a nice P&L, go and post in our trading and price and trading Discord channel. And the person with the highest P&L divided by trade size will be the winner.
There you go.
So it won't matter if you have a very big trade size or small trade size. It's all based on the ratio of your trade, of the profit. So probably, just make a small trade. Don't make a big trade. It's just for fun.
That's right. And the reward will be for the winner, the person who submits the biggest winning trade will be rewarded with 40 perp. So that's a 40 perp reward. Again, risk, so size your positions accordingly. If you just do the math, so you can probably figure out, should I risk 40 perp to win 40 perp or maybe not? Size appropriately and have some fun. So go long, go short. The markets are moving today, so there could be a good chance to get some good winners. So looking forward to everyone's submissions. Again, winner has to head over to our Discord, drop your screenshot of your trade, and you'll see that we have one person, Tarek, has already posted an example of a trade. So this is not a trade that was looks like it was done today, but that's the kind of thing we want to see posted in the price and trading chat, so you can kind of see what kind of returns people are making. Awesome. Looking forward to seeing what people trade on. Are they going long? Are you going short? What asset are you going to trade on? Let's see. You know, I'm gonna put a trade on. let's do it. I'm gonna put a trade on.
Yeah. Extra points if you short 40 perp as your trade.
All right. Well, I'll put a trade on shortly here, but I'll have to figure out which pair I want to do, but I don't want to get too. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't, because otherwise I'll be too distracted and won't be able to do the rest of this call. So, I'll let someone else play the games while I focus on our call here today. But I'm really tempted, guys. I'm really tempted. I really want to play, but maybe I should not. All right, so I'll stop sharing.
Eyes on the prize. That's
yeah,
right.
That's it. All right, so let me stop sharing my screen here, and we'll get into the updates now. But before we do that, maybe we should always talk as usual about give our quick disclaimer that none of the stuff we're talking about here is, of course, financial advice. This is really just for fun. Do your own due diligence. Obviously, crypto is risky. DeFi is risky. Anything you put in, you could probably lose. And that's the name of the game, right? If you are playing, keep it small, keep it safe until you find a bit of an edge, and then you still make sure you do your own research and make sure you understand your levels of risk. All right. So let's get into the rest of the updates now. So Lee, why don't we get into the newsletter and start going through some of the protocol updates, because the team has been building, and we've released a couple of new things since our last call that we can talk about.
Sure. I will ask you at the beginning, though, if you can repin or unpin the
I'll move my
screen share.
Let's see if I can move this around. Excuse me. There we go.
All right. So I'm assuming everybody has seen the new OP hot tub vaults. It started off pretty good, actually. That made some profit at the very beginning. That was great. So happy to see that. And if you haven't got a chance to deposit or check out our hot tub vaults yet, we highly recommend you take a look. And you can also sign up for a sort of onboarding, or like if you want to chat with us before you deposit, then we have an ongoing program to sort of help users on board. Even if you're an experienced user, if maybe you have some questions about hot tub, how it works, or like what the advantages are, disadvantages, or you just want to chat with us before you deposit, then definitely sign up for that onboarding call. We'd really love to chat with you. And we've been chatting with different users. Chatted with the user today. It was really great. Got some really interesting ideas from him, and great feedback as well. So we're really happy to chat with users, and we hope we can chat with you as well. So sign up for that if you haven't already. So these are just the latest of the hot tubs, and we'll probably be coming out with more hot tubs in the future. We're always working on this, and so far it's been pretty successful. So keep an eye out for that. Also, we have a secret, a secret feature coming for hot tub that's going to make hot tub even easier to use. So keep an eye out for that as well. We should have an announcement in the next maybe week or two. Gibson, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, I've just been really impressed by the returns on the vault. So obviously, like you mentioned, Lee, OP's had a really good start out of the gate. So I think as you mentioned last time, really nice way to make your OP productive. So right now the OP token doesn't do much other than governance, but if you don't want to get rid of it, you want to hold it and stack it, then drop it in the OP vault. I think it's a really useful way to create a more useful asset. So take advantage of it.
Yeah, for sure. And especially now, like OP price is down quite a bit, so it's not really, a great time to sell it. So
Yeah.
if you have some OP lying around, then this is a great use for it.
Yeah, and I know I spoke to a user as well recently who was you can do some more fun stuff. Be more DeFi native. Obviously, you can do some fancier stuff. For instance, the yields tend to be, again, not financial advice, but I'm just sharing what another user has done. If you get used to the returns, the APRs of the vaults, and you feel comfortable with them, then I know one user who's taking a loan out on Aave, some other assets, taking that loan money and then depositing into our vaults. So a little riskier play as you're using leverage there, but that's the kind of stuff you can do in DeFi. So if you have one asset, let's say you have some ETH or something else or some USDC, you might want to borrow against that. Use those borrowed funds to also to add to your vault holdings. So we do have people doing that already, and that just shows you that people believe in the vault yields. And also that's obviously higher out the risk curve because you are taking a bit of risk, but they're not leveraging themselves up too high. So it's about finding that balance where you can sleep at night. You don't want to borrow too much and then worry about getting liquidated. So yeah, these are things you can do on DeFi.
Yeah, the old adage definitely applies. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. But at the same time, if you do have some extra funds lying around you want to play with, that sounds like a pretty interesting strategy.
Yeah.
All right, so rolling onwards. Smart Maker is a new sort of basically it's a tool that we've released recently. Kind of not really putting a whole lot of spotlight on this, but it's something that we're sort of kind of testing as a beta feature called Smart Maker. And basically, Smart Maker helps improve the execution price, so you get better prices on 4 different markets so far. We're testing on BTC, ETH, OP, and PERP. And you can get much better prices for bigger trade sizes for these 4 assets. And it basically uses JIT liquidity to match your order price or your order size. And we're really hoping that this will improve the experience for traders. Like definitely, getting the best price possible is of utmost importance to traders, and this is a major step in helping that to become a thing. Also, it's worth noting that in these 4 markets, there are sort of size limits on the biggest trade you can make. And just go over them really quickly. So for ETH, it's 200K, BTC 100K, PERP 40K, and OP 40K. So if you're under those size limits, but above a certain threshold where Smart Maker can offer you a better price, then it will be active. And actually on the UI, you can see when Smart Maker is suggesting a better price, it'll tell you on the UI, and you can approve that contract and make your trade via Smart Maker and get the better price.
Yeah, and there's nothing you really have to do, right, Lee? Like it's, as you mentioned, like the UI itself will show for you when Smart Maker is being used, but other than that, it's not like you have to turn it on or off to use that feature, right?
That's right. It's completely automated. Basically nothing to do besides approve the contract and make the trade.
Nice.
And sort of somewhat related to those last 2, where it's related to trading and also vaults, we now have a new, basically a trick called Yield Plus, which is a pretty interesting one. Houston, you want to give the basics on this one?
Yeah, so the TLDR on this one is essentially now what you can do is you can take your collateral. So right now it's USDC, USDT, or ETH. That's that collateral you have on Perp, and you can make it more productive. So with Yield Plus, and you can sign up for it now. It's not live yet, but it will be launched very soon. But you can sign up for it now. When you do use Yield Plus, essentially you can actually earn yield on your collateral, and that collateral can still be used obviously to use to trade on Perp. So it's kind of, it makes that collateral that's usually kind of just sitting there and not being used more productive. So Yield Plus uses Yearn, the Yearn contracts in the back end to produce this yield. So essentially, whether if you're holding USDC, USDT, or ETH on Perp right now, once the Yield Plus feature goes live, you'll be able to turn it on and begin to earn yield on those assets sitting on perp, while at the same time still be in a trade as normal on perpetual. Did I get that right, Lee?
Yeah.
Did I say that right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. So yeah, basically, when you're trading on perpetual protocol, the collateral, like Houston said, is just sitting there, not really doing anything except for backing your trades. So this is a way to boost basically boost the productivity of your collateral while you're trading. So let's say you're LPing, you're earning those LP fees in addition to the liquidity mining, and now you have an extra 6% to add to that with the same collateral. Yeah. So yeah, really great little feature, and a bonus basically for anybody using the protocol in a serious way.
Yeah, and I think I did read that obviously the collateral that is being used by Yield Plus, it probably doesn't have the same ratio as you normally would, though, right? Like, it's not a 1-to-1 like USDC or USDT would be when not in the Yield Plus program, right?
That's an excellent question, and I'm not exactly sure. Yeah,
I think it did mention in the blog post. I can't remember the numbers, but I do seem to recall that. Yeah, it didn't have the same collateral ratios.
Well, we'll just have to check out the blog post.
Yes. Yeah, if you don't want the TLDR, then read the blog post.
Yeah, the extra long version.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So initially, we'll start at a 50% collateral ratio, which obviously is a little bit lower than usual. But if you're trading with low leverage, which is what you should be doing, then that won't be a major hindrance. And as time goes by, and we've sort of done some like production testing for this, it's proved itself, then that collateral ratio obviously can be increased gradually.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like this feature. It's because especially if you're not trading all the time, right? Obviously, if you're a really active trader, then you need to be using your collateral very efficiently, and you be using it quite often, right? But if you're not that active and you just have money already parked on perp, then yeah, why not just turn on Yield Plus and then begin to just make that collateral more productive. And then, right, when the markets get hopping again and you want to get back into trading, there's really no change, right? So you've had that asset sitting there, hopefully it's earning some yield, and then you're ready to go when the markets begin to start crackling again, and you're back to trading. So yeah, nice way to get that thing productive.
That's right. All right, so rolling on to community and partnerships, we got some workshops and tutorials coming up. And a really great one, and actually a tool that I found myself using more and more, is PerpSim 2.0. And if you haven't checked out PerpSim before and you are interested in LPing on Perp, I'd highly recommend taking a look at PerpSim first. The interface at first blush can be a little bit overwhelming, possibly. There's a lot of stuff going on, but pretty quickly you'll figure out like which of the features are the ones that are interesting to you, and it's actually pretty simple to use. If you want an introduction, then definitely make sure to sign up for the upcoming workshop for PerpSim. Some of the PerpSim team will be there to walk us through it and show us how it works. So yeah, definitely check that out. It's at a bit of a different time. It's at 5 p.m. UTC. So if you're in Asia, then that's probably not a good time. But if you're in North America, or if you're in the Americas or sort of European time zones, then that could be pretty interesting. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, I'll be there. Looking forward to that workshop. Yeah, the PerpSim is a really powerful tool. So like Lee mentioned, it's a lot to absorb when you first open it up. You're like, whoa, where do you begin? So if you're at that stage of your journey, definitely go to the workshop. They'll probably help you simplify what's going on there, because they've added a lot of new enhancements. So yeah, check it out. The second workshop that already went down, I think it was last week, was around automating two-up execution on Perp. So that's from one of our grantees. They built a tool or some code that allows you to actually run a two-up execution bot locally or in the cloud. So definitely check out that workshop recording, available now on YouTube and LensTube. I've actually never used LensTube, to be honest. Yeah.
Nor have I. There's
never been there.
two options out there.
Yeah. And the last one is a quick start trading guide from our very own Jamie, who produced that video. So I know he worked hard on creating this video. I think it's an updated video from one that was done a long time ago for V1, but he's updated that video now. And if you've never traded on perp before, then definitely check out this video to give you a quick start on how to use perp. So maybe we should have gotten people to watch that video before we announced the contest, but hopefully you know how to trade on perp already. Otherwise, yeah, check out that video, enter your trades now. You still have some time.
Yes, there is still time. And I mean, of course, they're watching this community call instead of the video. So yeah.
Of course.
But yeah, really great quick start video. So if you haven't traded on perp before, that would be a great place to start.
Yep. Yeah, I'll talk about these next couple of announcements here. We actually have the hot tub vaults now. They're now listed on both Stablefish and DefiLlama. So Stablefish is basically a platform that shows the yield, the results of a bunch of different vault or staking programs. So maybe I'll just share it. Sometimes it's just easier to, oops, wrong button, to just show it. So let's see here. So if you head over to Stablefish, so if you see my screen there, actually I'm showing two things here. So if we head over to, let's say, the ETH USDC page on Stablefish, you can quickly get, a summary view of that ETH vault, and you can kind of see, like what's the TVL, what's the historical APYs, right? And you can kind of see the performance of the vault over time, right? So a really handy way if you want to see the stats, more detailed stats, to come to this platform. And basically you get the same thing on DefiLlama. So if you trust DefiLlama more, you like Stablefish more, there's your choice now. You can go head over to DefiLlama, and you can see that DefiLlama has listed our two vaults here. All right, so we'll click on the ETH vault there, and you can kind of see the stats now. So yeah, just shows you that now the vaults are getting more and more attention, and they're now listed on both those platforms. So really handy tools. Nice to see them listed on those two platforms. And I think it wasn't long ago. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago. It also got listed on DBank, right? So if you use DBank, you could even use DBank to track your hot tub holdings. All right. So I'll pass it back over to Lee. I'll stop sharing here.
Alrighty. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Oh, we got some further readings. 10 effective methods for earning cryptocurrency in 2023. Well, I haven't actually checked out this article.
Neither have I. What are those methods? And I'm curious.
Oh, we'll just have to check it out.
Now, while Lee pulls that article, I will do a quick call to action. So as Lee mentioned earlier, we are doing these onboarding calls for our hot tub users, but we're also looking for general feedback from all of our perpetual users, right? So if you've traded on perp, LP'd, used hot tub, we'd love to hear from you. So myself and Lee are always eager to talk to our community. So we just relaunched this user interview program. So if you have 30 minutes on your calendar and you've used perp before, then I'm going to share a link with you shortly. You can set up a time to chat with myself or Lee, and as a small reward, you can either choose between 20 perp or $20 Starbucks gift card as a quick thank you, and we'll also give you a really exclusive NFT, a kind of a feedback provider NFT, and kind of doing a little reveal there for folks who are chatting with myself or Lee. Really want to hear your user journey story and how you're using perp to ultimately help us shape the future of Perpetual. So if you fit if you fit those conditions or you match those conditions, then I'll just drop a link in the chat here. You can schedule a time to chat with myself or Lee. And we love to hear from you. We're always eager to talk to our community, learn more about what you guys like about perp and how we can improve. Back to you, Lee.
All right, sounds good. Yes, definitely looking forward to chatting with all of you. All right, so the 10 ways to earn crypto. The first one is actually pretty
Get
direct.
a job.
Yes. Thanks. That was great advice. But actually, it's really not bad advice. Although in a bear market, that might be more difficult than it sounds. But at the same time, like I think, especially if you're really enthusiastic about crypto, it is possible. And the number one thing I would say is to be working on your crypto-related skills before the next bull market, because maybe teams aren't hiring now, but they will be hiring in a year or two. So now's the time to brush up on those whatever crypto-related skills you're able to improve. Then definitely be working on that. Let's see what else they got. Bounties and giveaways. Ooh, actually, well, I don't know if it's a giveaway, but we're having a sort of a giveaway right now. If you make a trade on happyperp.com and you have the highest PML, you can earn some crypto. We were recommending Immunify and Sherlock. So yeah, if you're really smart and good at reading DeFi-related code, then that's a great way to earn some money. I know our bounty program has given out some pretty good bounties in the past. So check that out. Blogs and vlogs. Interesting. Although this says, I don't know, this sounds a little bit of a saturated market, but I could be wrong. What else we got here? Oh, learn to earn. Yeah, that's a good one. We've definitely done some learn to earn stuff in the past. The infamous airdrops. We have never done an airdrop, and I don't believe we plan to. So
yeah, if you see any Telegram groups that say we're doing airdrops on perp, then run far away. Report that group and then run away.
Yes, exactly. Cashback programs. Yes, this is also a thing. Mostly for Bitcoin, I guess. I haven't heard. Are there cashback programs for things other than Bitcoin?
Yeah, I haven't heard of that. Yeah.
Always seems Bitcoin related somehow.
Yeah.
Referral programs. That's a great example because we just closed our referral program, but they do go on. They continue on for other things, and we may actually have another referral program in the future. It's definitely possible, so keep an eye out for that. Play to earn. That's a good one. Staking and yield. Oh, okay. Staking and yield, or even hot tub.
Yeah.
Maybe that's number 5. Number 10? No, it's not. Oh, earn donuts and moons. Oh, that's great. Well, I don't use Reddit as often as I used to, although it's still a very useful tool for some things. So there you go. I guess Reddit survived that blackout thing they had going on. I haven't heard any news about it.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, that wraps up the official community call portion of the show.
Awesome. So yeah, I guess we can get to the Q&A now and see if we have any questions. Well, actually, maybe while you collect the questions, Lee, I'll quickly do the NFT drop for this week's call, and then we can get to the Q&A. So as always, we like to give a special NFT for all the participants in our community calls. So I will drop the form to the NFT. Actually, Lee, do you mind grabbing it? I'm having a hard time getting it there. So so Lee will drop the link to the NFT in a few moments. Basically, it's inside of a Google form. Inside that Google form, when you click on it, it'll be the first link in that form. When you click on that link, it'll take you over to Galaxy, who is our partner for these NFT drops. The actual minting of the NFT is free. It's going to be minted on the OP chain, so no fees to collect that NFT. And as always, if you care about security, make sure you spin up another wallet address. I know there's some folks who are here as part of a quest. So I know we're doing these daily spells, these daily quests that we do in our Discord. And some folks, the daily quest today is to claim that NFT. So make sure you claim the NFT in time, and you actually claim it. Sometimes people forget to hit the claim button; they just show the NFT image. But no, you actually have to mint it itself, and then have it in your wallet, and then share the actual proof that you minted the NFT to claim that quest. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, then head over to Discord. We have a link to our quest board. So that's another way of doing it. I think that article did talk about how you can earn some tokens, and that's one way is through our quest board. We use Zeely, which is a platform. It used to be called, what was it called before? I think it was called
D-Work? No.
Layer 3? Was it? No. What was it before? I forget now. I'm having a little brain fart. Form not found? Okay. Having a few folks saying they cannot find the form. Interesting. Let me try to find that for you folks. But yeah, I'll get the forum link, and then I'll post it in the chat here. Okay, so the form. Lee, if you want to go to the questions, I will try to get the form.
I posted the form, but let me see if I can open it. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe there's a problem.
Exactly. Maybe the link is not working for the form.
Oh yeah. Weird.
Yeah. All right. Here's a new link for the form. Okay. Let's try this link. Okay. Try that link there. Let's try that again.
Yeah, okay. I'll just try the link. I think so far we haven't really received any questions. There was a guy asking in Portuguese, I believe he's from Brazil, about whether perp will return to all-time highs. Yeah, Crew 3, that's what I thought.
Crew 3, thanks, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, we have no idea, of course. We're working, we're always working as hard as we can and launching new products, testing new features. But it is a bear market, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So Houston, actually, we should check out the price of OP.
We ready for this? We're ready to
well, I announced in the chat that we would check the price at 950, and now it's 951. So
perfect. So let's close it down then. So let's take a look at the price right now on perp. The price for OP is 1.2363. Sorry, 1.2363. That's right. That's the mark price. Okay, so final mark price. I'll type it in here. Final mark price 1.2363. All right. So.
Oh, I think maybe Piang. Oh wait, 2, 3. Hold on.
Who came closest?
Amir Hossein has 1.236.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Who else? I think that might be our winner there. That's a very good guess, sir.
Because we have some 235s.
Yeah.
But they're a lot later.
Yeah, well done. I think that is the winner.
Yeah. He's also very early. He's the first person to guess that close.
Yeah, well done. That was a good, 30 minutes ago? Yeah, well done, sir.
All right, so are we naming him as the winner? Him or her?
We're talking Amir Hossein. Am I pronouncing that right? Hossein, maybe?
Amir Hossein? Yeah. Anyway, sounds like a man's name.
Yeah.
All right.
Congrats, Amir. You got bragging rights. You basically nailed it. So well done, sir. So if you want to claim your 20 perp, head over to our Discord and open a ticket. Well, you don't have to go to Discord. You can actually open a ticket on our website as well. But if you're already in our Discord, just click on the open ticket channel to open a ticket there. Or head to the website, click on the little blue ticket button at the bottom right hand side of our screen on app.perp.com and open a ticket. All you gotta do is take a screenshot of your profile, right? So make sure that it's you. So show that you own that account, the Amir Hossein account, and 20 perp will come your way. Well done. Thanks everyone for playing.
And also, don't forget about the contest number 2, which is still ongoing. You have another 20 minutes. Actually, no, it's more than that, isn't it?
I think
up to 10. What did I say?
I think you said, right?
10:25. So yeah, you still got lots of time.
30 minutes roughly. Yeah.
Make sure to close your trade at 10:25 or before.
Yep.
Some I notice Hannah joined in and already closed her trade, but it's not a winner.
Thanks for playing, though. All right. Yeah, I tried minting the NFT and it worked, so I didn't have any problems on my side. So it looks like no one has any problems getting the NFT. So enjoy the NFT, everyone. And yeah, please fill out that form. We'd love to hear back from you as well. If you can think of ways that we can improve the call, or just tell us what you like about the call, and we'll keep doing more of that. So yeah, love to hear your feedback.
I'm just writing a message to Amir Hossein here.
Sounds good.
We make sure they know how to collect the prize. So keep in mind, just remember for the trading prize to be the winner of the trading, like the second competition, the best trade during the call, you must open your trade before, well, anytime basically now, anytime, and then close the trade before 10:25 Singapore/Hong Kong time, Taiwan time. And then take a screenshot of your P&L and also showing the P&L and the trade size, and post it on our Discord channel, trading and price and trading. It's getting late here. I can't speak anymore. And, then we'll contact you to contact the winner to confirm the trade and also give you the prize.
That's it. Yeah, there's still time. Like if you've been too busy listening to myself and Lee having fun here, then we appreciate that. But there's still 30 minutes or so left. So yeah, you can still take the trade right now. And right now we don't have that many submissions in the channel. People are maybe waiting, so you have time from now until 10:25 to post your P&L in there, and it may not take much to actually win that 40 perp. So good luck for the folks who take the trade.
Yeah, it may not take a lot at all. In fact, let me see if anybody posted a screenshot yet, because the last screenshot I saw was Hannah with minus 0.0999. So, if you have anything better than that, you could be the winner.
Zero, yeah, you could win.
That's right.
Open and close it right away. Make sure you catch that 1 penny. All right. So I don't know if we have any more questions, Lee. Otherwise, I think we can begin to wrap it up, as we've gone longer than usual. We're having so much fun on these calls now that we're actually going a little longer than usual. But I think that's it in the chat pod, right? I don't see any other questions.
Yeah, I don't see any other questions either.
All right. Then yeah, let's begin to wrap it up. As always, folks, we're trying to have fun here in this bear market. We hope that you come join us again in a couple of weeks. If you can't wait a couple of weeks, then come hang out in Discord with myself and Lee. We're always in there having fun. So and we're doing more of these competitions. So if you're a diehard in crypto, a diehard in DeFi, the bear market's about surviving and having fun at the same time while you're at it. So we're doing more competitions in Discord this coming very soon, this coming week. Of course, we have I forgot to announce this, but one of our sharks, one of our community educators, Night Lotus, is running a summer game series in our Discord. So every Friday or Saturday evening, depending what time zone you're in, she's running some Discord games. So be sure to head over to our Discord we announce what game it's going to be every week. Every week we've been doing different games. 2 weeks ago it was poker. Last week it was a meme contest. This week I know she has different plans. So come on over. We're going to do a little vote or a little poll on what game it's going to be this week. Share with us what you want to play. And get a chance to win some more perp as well. So yeah, if you want to get perp, come hang out on our Discord and play some of the games. So so I guess we'll wrap it up there. Thank you everyone for hanging out once again, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Sounds good. Well, actually, they'll see you, Houston, maybe at the workshop,
Right,
the perp day merge.
Yeah, I'll
yes.
be there.
All right.
Good. All right, everyone. All the best. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye now. All right.